Have you ever wondered how a baby floating in a basket could change the course of history? Let's dive into the tale of Moses, born amidst the turmoil of a merciless regime. The Israelites were ensnared in the iron grip of Pharaoh, the ruler of Egypt, who was drowning in fear and paranoia. To quell his imagined threats, he ordered the slaughter of every Israelite male child. In this harsh reality, Jochebed, Moses' mother, did the unthinkable. She hid her newborn in a basket and entrusted his fate to the unpredictable currents of the Nile River. As destiny would have it, the basket carrying the hope of an entire nation was discovered by none other than Pharaoh's daughter. Embracing compassion over lineage, she adopted Moses, raising him in the heart of the very palace that echoed with plans of his people's demise. Little did anyone know, the baby raised in Pharaoh's palace would one day challenge his rule. Sometimes a single act of defiance can alter a person's destiny. This is precisely what happened with Moses. As he matured, he became acutely conscious of the suffering his people were enduring. A turning point came when he witnessed an Egyptian mistreating an Israelite. In an act of furious defiance, Moses intervened, killing the Egyptian. Aware that his actions had made him a marked man, he fled to the land of Midian. Here he sought refuge with a shepherd named Jethro, and in time married Jethro's daughter, Zipporah. Moses embraced his new life as a shepherd, finding peace in the tranquility of the wilderness. Yet, unbeknownst to him, this was merely a pause, a time for growth and preparation. Moses had fled Egypt not knowing that destiny would soon call him back. Little did he know his life was about to take a momentous turn, forever altering the course of his people's history. What would you do if you heard a voice from a burning bush? Picture this. Moses, the shepherd out in the wilderness, comes across a bush ablaze, yet remarkably it remains unscathed. From this extraordinary spectacle, a voice emerges. This is no ordinary voice, it's the voice of God. In this divine encounter, Moses is chosen for a mission of monumental importance. God, in his infinite wisdom, has selected Moses to be his prophet. The task, to confront the mighty Pharaoh and demand the freedom of the enslaved Israelites. Imagine Moses' initial hesitation. After all, he was a shepherd, not a warrior. Yet the voice from the burning bush was insistent, imbuing Moses with a sense of purpose and courage. After some contemplation, Moses accepts his divine mission. He rises from the humble shepherd to become a prophet chosen by God himself. With divine mandate, Moses set forth to face the mighty Pharaoh. Imagine standing before the most powerful man on earth, demanding him to release thousands of his slaves. This was the daunting task God had set for Moses. With divine courage, Moses stood before the Pharaoh, demanding the release of the Israelites. The Pharaoh, seated high on his throne, looked down on Moses and laughed. He refused to free his slaves, dismissing Moses' plea. But Moses was not deterred. He warned the Pharaoh of God's wrath, but the Pharaoh was stubborn, and his heart was hardened. In response to the Pharaoh's refusal, God sent a series of devastating plagues upon Egypt. The rivers turned to blood, swarms of locusts filled the sky, and darkness covered the land. Each plague more terrifying than the last, until finally the Pharaoh relented. "Go," he said to Moses, "take your people and leave Egypt." And so finally the Israelites were free. But their journey was far from over. A journey to freedom is never easy, and the Israelites' journey was no exception. The exodus from Egypt was fraught with hardships, with the Israelites facing seemingly insurmountable obstacles at every turn. Yet despite the challenges, they pushed on, driven by the promise of a better future and the faith in their leader, Moses. After escaping the clutches of Pharaoh, the Israelites found themselves wandering in the wilderness, their faith tested by the harsh realities of their journey. Their resolve wavered, their spirits dipped, and their faith in Moses and God began to falter. Yet Moses remained steadfast, guiding his people through the desert, his faith unshaken. Their journey reached a crucial juncture at the shores of the Red Sea. With the Egyptian army closing in and the sea seemingly impassable, the Israelites faced certain doom. But Moses, with unwavering faith, raised his staff, and the sea parted, providing a path to safety. With this miraculous escape, the Israelites' faith in Moses and God was renewed. Finally, after a grueling journey, they reached Mount Sinai. Here, in the solitude of the mountain, Moses communed with God. He returned with the 10 Commandments, a divine set of laws that would serve as a moral compass for the Israelites. These commandments, engraved on stone tablets, dictated the principles of worship. respect for parents, sanctity of life, marital fidelity, honesty, and covetousness. The Ten Commandments represented more than just laws. They were a covenant between God and his people, a testament to their shared history and a guide for their future. They embodied the essence of righteousness and morality, providing a framework for the Israelites to live their lives with integrity and in harmony with one another. The commandments also reaffirmed the Israelites' relationship with God, reminding them of his omnipresence and his unwavering commitment to their well-being. It was a pivotal moment in their journey, marking the transformation from a group of oppressed slaves to a united nation under God's guidance. With the Ten Commandments, the Israelites now had a moral compass to guide their lives. Every great story has an end, and so did Moses. After leading the Israelites through trials and tribulations, Moses passed away at the ripe age of 120. His final resting place? The serene slopes of Mount Nebo, a site forever marked by his profound legacy. But Moses was more than just a man. He was a prophet chosen by God, a leader who guided his people from the shackles of slavery to the freedom of the Promised Land. He was a lawgiver, entrusted with the Ten Commandments, the very foundation of Jewish faith and morality. His life, marked by courage and conviction, remains a beacon of inspiration. His story resonates with the power of faith, the hope for liberation, and the possibility of change. And even today, thousands of years later, the legacy of Moses continues to echo through time, a testament to the indomitable spirit of humanity. Moses' story is a testament to the power of faith and the possibility of change, even against the greatest of odds.